Hi ladies, it's me Cindy and I am here to do a tutorial on my cameo that I've been making, my capuchons and cameos, and I'm going to also try to do one of the bird. I don't think I have enough left because I actually uploaded the video of the bird one and it did not upload, so I don't have any more brown, so I'll just kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do with the bird one, but y'all will figure it out. I'll figure it out somehow. So the clay that I am using is the Craft Smarts polymer clay from Michaels, but you can use Fimo, anything that's oven baked. And when you do finish your mold, your cameo or your capuchon, you want to place it on a either baking sheet or a non-stick silicone mat or some aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is cheaper, so that's what I use to bake it. And you're just going to bake it to the directions of the clay. This one is for 275, 15 minutes per 1/4 inch thick. So this isn't very thick. So sometimes you want to check your cameos even before the 15 minutes is up, because the white will turn a dark brown if you leave it in there too long, and it'll just ruin your whole cameo. So you always want to make sure that you time it right and you check on them. And if you see that they're already starting to harden and they're turning like an off-white color, go ahead and take them out. They're good to go. They'll dry and they'll be hard. You know, they'll be good. So first, what I do, and I'm using the Martha Stewart stylus. It's actually, they're like the clay tools, but it's the same thing as a stylus, you guys. And I'm actually going to use this big one here, but you can actually use your fingers for what I use this one for. And then this little one, where am I? Am I in frame? There we go. Whoa, too close. This little one here, it's pretty small, a small tip. So first I'm going to get my white and I'm going to moisten it, and I already did that. You know, I'm going to put some of my oils from my fingers into that clay to soften it up, to let it be workable. And I'm just going to place it, and I always start at the top because you want to make sure that the whole top image is covered. Am I in frame right there? Yeah, it's covered, so that way there's no lines going in between, because I made one right here earlier in the previous video, and if you can see, there's a line going through her face right about here. There's two lines actually, and my iPad doesn't focus, so I'm so sorry, but I think you can see it. It kind of looks like a cracked image. So you do need to make sure that it's on there, and when it is, that you make sure that it's not going to be creased or visible. And if y'all hear noise, my kids are outside playing. They're in the swimming pool, so I'm really sorry about that if they come in here and start acting crazy. So I'm going to try to get this tutorial done as soon as possible. So I'm just kind of filling it in, and I'm pressing it down, making sure, and that's where I use this little one, but I actually don't really need to because I pressed it back in. If you don't have it, just use your fingers or a toothpick. You know, a toothpick will work really good. And then you're going to then go with, and my son's screaming out there in the background. Sorry about that. You're just going to continue to fill in the image, and just the image alone, as you can see, not the outside. You're just going to fill in the image. And you can do this, ladies. It doesn't have to be white. You can use the pearl. I know that the Fimo makes a pearl. They all make like a pearl color, and it actually shines, I guess, when it comes out of the oven. So you can use a pearl, you can use a pink and blue, you know, or green and yellow, whatever colors you want to use. The sky's the limit on this one, guys. It's really simple. And now that little flower there, I have difficulty with that flower. It does not stick. The clay doesn't stick to it. So what I've learned to do, if it doesn't stick and it's a small area, just put a little white dot there. It'll get some of that color. And as you can see, it's still trying to stick to my fingers. I just put it right in there. Come on now. Drop. There you go. And then sometimes I'll use one of my tools, and I just dropped it, that's why, and just kind of scoot it where it needs to go. And I had done some pink ones, but as you can see, I don't have that much pink left, so I'm going to pull out my blue. And I always keep them in like old You know, the produce bags that you get at the store. Well, we still get plastic bags for produce bags. I don't know. A lot of stores have changed to paper, or because paper is more friendly, I guess, earth friendly, eco-friendly. Oh my God, seriously, I did that. Okay, so now that I have my mold there, I'm just doing the same with the blue. I'm moistening it. You know, I'm putting some of my oils from my fingertips in there to kind of soften it up. And then I'm going to snake it. And the reason you snake it, because if I were to put this down and push on it, this image is so thin, it's going to pull it out. You know, it's going to push out this way. So you don't want to do that when you have a cameo or anything, any kind of image that's thin. This one, I can put the circle in there and just press down even with these colors in there, because this is what it looked like. It looked like that. You can get a circle because it's so deep, it's not going to push anything anywhere because that image of that bird is really deep. But if it's really thin, you don't want to do a circle because the circle, it will push out and it'll just distort the whole cameo, which I don't like doing that because clay may be inexpensive to a lot of us, but I mean, a lot of times you have to buy it on sale because it still is expensive for a little bit. But a little goes a long way. I've made, with one of these blue ones and one white one and one pink one, I think I've made like 6 cameos and 4 of these, of each color. So that's not bad. And the brown one, I made 8. Using the brown, I made 8 little nests. So, I mean, it goes a long way. And I'm just going to snake it, continue to snake it. And if you can see here, this is what it's going to look like. And if it has white or any other color, just pull it out. It's not going to really hurt anything. So that's what that looks like. And so now, I always start at the bottom because the bottom, if you can see, it's the closest to the edge. So you really can't tell where I start. So I always start at the bottom and I just press it down. And you see that little white dot came out again. So maybe we won't have a white flower there. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get there. And you're just going to press it. And you're going to snake it around your image and just press it down. You don't have to press hard, just enough because you're going to work with it here in a little bit. And then when you get to the edge, just cut it off and continue to press. And continue to press. And that's where I use my big stylus, but you can use your fingers. I just use it to make it, I just kind of connect those two. And then I press it down. And then I do the same with the same snake I have. I just go around and I just do this number. And then you're just going to press it down and then you can smooth it out if you want. That's why I use this, because I feel that this is easier to kind of connect those. And I hope I'm not messing up the image. Oh, if I do, I'll have to redo this video again. And then you just press. And it's not going to be 100% even because we're doing it with our fingers, guys. So if it's a little off, as long as you can be able to hot glue it and it be even still, the image, because like this one's not even at all. But I can put a dab of hot glue right here and it'll hot glue. So as long as you can hot glue it, you're good. And then you're just going to pop it out. And there you go. See, that little flower didn't stay too well. But the rest of the image looks good. So thank you all for watching. I hope that this helps. And if y'all have any more questions, leave a message down below and I will answer them. So thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.